If you think cemeteries are peaceful, think again. Tonight, Kalpalhalli Cemetery will show you why the dead aren't always silent. Bengaluru, the garden city, a vibrant metropolis bursting with life, tech, and endless dreams. But beneath its modern facade, in the quiet corners where the concrete jungle yards yields to ancient earth, lie secrets far older and far colder. Tonight, we journey to one such place, a place where the veil between worlds thins when the sun dips below the horizon. We are going to Kalpalli Cemetery. By day, it's a resting ground. By night, the line between living and dead begins to blur. So tighten your grip on reality because what you hear tonight will just follow you into your dreams. Kalpali isn't just a burial ground, it's a living, breathing testament to centuries of forgotten lives. The British colonial officers, silent families, and lost souls from bygone era. The rows of ancient tombstones stretch endlessly into the gloom. Locals whisper that after sunset, even the guards refuse to step inside. Why? Let's check out. I have heard multiple stories from people across what I've heard and I've read through articles. Before I narrate my own personal story, joining two of my close friends. For decades, a soul has haunted Kalpali, the story of a man in white. Some say he appears as headless figure drifting among graves. Others swear they have seen his shadow vanish into mist, and if you call out to him, he disappears without a trace. But imagine what if he answers back? Deep diving into my personal experience. What started as a casual night out with friends turned into something that still sends shiver down my spine. It was a typical Friday evening in Indranagar. Every Friday we had a ritual, a couple of beers, some laughter, and a long conversation about how life has changed after college. But that night the topic shifted from work stress to ghost stories. Post party, I was with two of my closest friends, Ronit and Sandy. Sandy, with his usual mischievous grin, suddenly said, "Why don't we go check out Kalpalli Cemetery right now? People say strange things happen here at night." First, I laughed, but then I saw Ronit nodding eagerly. Both of them were dead serious. It was already 10:45 pm. I told them, "Guys, just because we are drunk doesn't mean we have suddenly grown extra courage." But they wouldn't listen. Also Steve. By 11:30, we were driving towards Old Madras Road, where Kalpalli Cemetery stands. Dark, silent. For those who know Bangalore, it's about a 30 to 40 minutes drive from Indranagar. Inside me, fear had already replaced the alcohol buzz because I knew two things. First, the road near Kalpalli can be dangerous with local goons lurking around. And second, the cemetery itself is not a place to test your luck at midnight. We reached the cemetery at 11:55 pm. The main gate was locked tight and the watchman was asleep. Relieved, I told them, "See, this isn't a clear sign we should leave." But instead, they laughed at me. Sandy said. Come on, don't be such a coward. Let's check the sidewalk. By 11:58, we found ourselves at the corner wall, barely 5 feet tall. Before I could react, both Sonnet and Sandy lined up and sat on the edge, waiting for midnight. And as the clock struck 12 a.m. sharp, they jumped inside. For a moment, I froze. The air around me turned unnaturally heavy. Chills ran down my spine. Then I heard them shout, "What will you do alone out there?" I had no choice. My heart pounding, I climbed and jumped in after them. Suddenly, all the alcohol was gone. I was stone cold sober.
Yes.
The three of us switched on a single phone flashlight and began walking. Everywhere, tombstones jutted out of the earth, some broken, some leaning, all covered in moss. My friends were strangely excited, reading the names and the dates on the graves. But I felt something else, a constant presence, like unseen eyes following us. The deeper we went, the heavier the air grew. Then it started. From somewhere in the distance, dogs began to howl. One, then two, and then the whole pack. The sound echoed through the cemetery, sharp, mournful, and unrelenting. My friends tried to laugh it off, but I noticed even they weren't as confident anymore. The more we walked, the louder the howls became, as if the dogs were circling us. We had barely covered one fourth of the cemetery in 15 minutes, but the fear was unbearable. Finally, I told them, enough. We shouldn't be here. We need to live now. For once, neither Ronit nor Sandy argued. We retraced our steps, jumped back over the wall, and rushed to the car. Even after leaving, none of us dared to go home directly. Instead, we booked a nearby stay. That night, I barely slept, not because of the beer, but because of the heavy, suffocating feeling that clung me. To this date, I don't know what we truly experienced. Maybe it was just the atmosphere, maybe it was fear playing tricks, but one thing I know for sure, Kalpalhalli Cemetery is not a place to test your courage after midnight, and sometimes the dead are better left undisturbed. Kalpalhalli Cemetery still stands silent and waiting. So tell me, would you dare to step inside Kalpalhalli Cemetery at midnight? If yes, comment down below. If you like the content on our channel, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay tuned for daily updates.